Welcome back to another episode, Dude and His Watch. So last week I kind of compared the Monta Noble to the Grand Seiko SBGA 283, and this week just going to do, the review of the Noble itself. I've been able to wear it in the rotation for the last week and can tell you some more thoughts about this one. So just for people that are new to it and don't really know anything about it, Monta is, it's called a micro brand, but maybe more of like a boutique brand now, based in St. Louis, Missouri. I'm actually from Kansas City, Missouri, so having a watch that's, the headquarters are here in St. Louis in my same state is kind of neat for me. Also, am interested to see, where this brand's going to go in the future. I've heard nothing but great things about them when I see other people's reviews, and it just finally, it just made me want one. I finally found one at the right price, so I was able to pick it up for not quite retail, which is bonus because we'll get into that in a minute. But just basic specs of this here. It is an automatic hand winding as well. It's either ETA or Sellita base. It's always the higher end of whatever movement they go with, and they call it the caliber M22. So you can see it there moving in the back. It's nice to have a see-through case back. This is sapphire, screws in real nice. Really flat on the bottom of the case, which helps keep the thinness and the easy wear of the watch, so something to keep in mind. Typically when you get a see-through case back, it's usually going to extend or kind of make the case a little bit fatter, but not this one. That brings us to the case thickness here. It is only 9.7 millimeters, so under 10 millimeters. So again, this is the thinnest watch I own, and seeing what the hype is about behind having a thinner piece on the wrist, and yeah, it's definitely it's a big deal. That thinness makes it wear real nice, especially compared to, don't think I almost forgot, today's wristwatch check. This is the Seiko Prospex SPB 185, and this actually probably need to sell to help afford the Monta now, because I bought this guy when I probably shouldn't have. Sorry, honey. Actually, my wife was pretty understanding. So, case diameter 38.5, and I used to have a SARB 035, which was 38 millimeters, and I think the SARB wore smaller than this, and they're basically the same size at the 38 millimeters. What helps this wear a little larger, maybe more like a 39 or a 40, is something I mentioned in the last review from last week, kind of looking at it versus the Grand Seiko, is the way they do the lugs. They kind of come out, they're a little beefy. They really square it off some more. Plus you have that large sort of cupcake style crown, which is a really good size for this. I think the one on the Grand Seiko is a little bit long or big for it, but that's something I forgot to mention last time. You have the polished bezel around the face. Probably starting to pick up a few little micro scratches here and there. I mean, that's what's going to happen when you wear them. So, but again, still loving the anthracite dial, the way it goes from sort of dark gray to black with the sunray effect. It's just been fantastic. And the rhodium plated hands and indices really pick up light well, and really good legibility. So, been real happy with that. Very versatile. That's the word I was looking for last week. You can wear it with everything, all kinds of different colors, because it's essentially, a black dial watch. The lug width is only, 20 millimeters. So it's here to here. So if you want to change out the strap, you can. But one thing that this company is known for is the bracelets. And for me, there's no reason to take it off this bracelet. It's perfect. Here you can see the brushing and the light, the way it goes up and meets the case. Just beautiful, really well finished. It's got that slight chamfer on the inside of the lugs going into the bracelet. You have the female end link, so it just folds over like that. Really great drape on the wrist. Again, having it nice and thin. Just adding to the wearability and the comfort of this watch, just overall. Sapphire crystal on the front and on the back, so if you can't afford the sapphire sandwich moon watch, at least you can get this Monta, So, anti-reflective, been working really well in the office and out in the sunshine. Pretty much never can't tell what time it is. So yeah, I don't know, I'm just super happy with it. I've been wearing it a lot. When I'm not wearing it, I want to put it on. Big difference between this and a lot of the divers I have. I did mention that if you're sort of thinking about spending $1,000 for a watch or over $1,000, it's your first time doing it, and you might be sort of cross-shopping it with other brands like at the same price point, say Oris, like the Aquis you can get for $1,400-1,500 with the Sellita. There are some similarities here as far as the dial and handset. You can see the there we go, the indices. They have what I'd call like a waterfall effect, where they start at the rehat, they come out, and the lume kind of spills past the indice. There's just sort of cut out for it, but very beautiful. And call these watches $1,500 each if you want to round up and down a little bit there. You're looking at a great $3,000 watch collection. You got your dive watch and your everyday / sort of dress piece. Both these have the date down at the 6. Not quite what I'd call color matched on the Oris, because the date wheel is black and the dial is green. Here, date wheel is white, but it goes well with the indices, and it is nicely framed, whereas this one's just kind of a cutout, no frame, but whatevs. Again, if you're kind of just dipping your toes into spending over $1,000, I don't think you can go wrong with either of these. For me, this wears a little better, a little bit smaller size. This bracelet is a pain in the butt to adjust on the Aquis. It's got these like Y-shaped screws. Anyways, but yeah, just some little similarities with the way the indices that I wanted to point out on the dial. So yeah, back to the Monta. Yeah, both great watches for spending over $1,000. Go Oris if you care about brand history, things like that. Monta's new. They're just starting out, but I'm excited for this brand. I think they're going to be around a long time, just from looking at how well done the watches are. The clasp, they always get praised for that. You can see I've worn it some more. Little scuffs on the clasp there, but as it should, I suppose. I think for me this is going to be a long term. I don't plan on ever selling this. I've wanted one for a long time. It beats out, to me, the Black Bay 36. I think the sizing is better. The bracelet and clasp are going to be a little bit better, especially if you're looking at the older Black Bay 36 with the smile dial. The new ones have the T-Fit clasp and Jubilee bracelet. But yeah, if you're kind of cross-shopping it with that, I already mentioned the Aquaterra. I had one of those. I think this honestly wears better. Obviously, with an Omega, you get a better movement. Obviously, better brand cachet and history. But yeah, I just don't care. What I care about is how it feels on my wrist. Uh, do I want to wear it? You know, does it make me want to wear it? Can I wear it with, you know, all the different cool ass clothes that I wear? You know, because I'm slick. This one does it. Yeah, still super glad I have it. Charge up the loom a little bit. Doesn't matter because the light's too bright anyways. But the loom on this is fantastic. Here, you can see. No, you can't see. Yeah, I'm not good at editing or making videos in general, so I hate this one too. But there's not a lot of videos out on the Monta Noble, the anthracite dial specifically. This was my pick out of all of them. I keep seeing the opaline one on eBay all the time, and I'm thinking probably has the same problem that the SARB 035 had, especially if you've got older eyes like mine. When you get it in light, the indices will just kind of wash away into the backdrop of the white silvery dial. Made it hard to see, hard to tell time. And what is the point of having a watch if you cannot tell the time on it? So anyways, this is just kind of readdressing the Monta, how I've grown to like it more over the last week. You know, also if you just want some shots of it, if you're shopping for it yourself, that was my biggest issue. Just getting more reviews of this dial variant. So if you have questions about it, maybe you're thinking about buying one yourself, you're curious about the brand, feel free to drop a comment with your question. Or if you just hate it, do that too, that's fine. All right, see you in the next one.